dignity and the sharp retorts from Vice President Harris, he lost some of that composure in there. And when he was referring to those rioters, and you go back and make sure you'll see this again, I'm sure, he said, "We did nothing wrong." He didn't say they, he said we. And then at the end of this thing, you watched 90 minutes. You watched, beat him at the ballot box, beat him at the ballot box. We have got the opportunity, people, what he didn't say, and this is the difference. And look, there's a lot of reasons, my God, too many to list the time we're here, a lot of reasons this guy shouldn't get anywhere near the White House again.
My team just said this is the best rally crowd we have seen, and I think they're absolutely right. Wow. This has been happening all across the country, and Donald Trump, of course, responded like any normal, sane adult would and said, "No one's there, it's AI." That's what he would say about all of you, but I always remind them, you know what won't be AI? Your ballots won't be AI. We need to be very clear about how we talk about that, because he lost the election, and there's no doubt about that. There's no need to have fair and balanced news coverage on that, because there is no fair and balance. He lost the election fair and square. And look, my high school students know this, and my players knew this. You play hard, the other team plays hard, and after the game, if you lose, you'll walk across and shake hands and congratulate the other team. That's the way it works. In politics, you take it another step forward. You walk across and congratulate the winner, and then you pledge to do all you can to help them succeed, because that's good for America. Now, I did teach for a while. I think I'm a pretty good teacher, and I would always give my students extra chances to learn. Sometimes you don't learn the lesson the first time. So Donald Trump did not learn the lesson the first time, but the good news is he's going to learn the lesson in November when he gets to do it. But every once in a while, these guys do surprise me. This last weekend, Donald Trump's running mate, Senator Vance, did a really remarkable thing. He got called out by a fair and free press that are a part of our democracy and fundamental to the freedoms of this country. He got called out by that press about telling vicious, hurtful lies about immigrants. But he did something. He did something. He told the truth. They asked him if maybe it was an accident or he didn't mean it. No, he said, "I admit it. I'm willing to create stories to spread fear to drum up support for us." So we're in the fight, all gas, no brakes, sleep when you're dead. And as the next president of the United States says, when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight,
I do want to go to Springfield, and I do want to talk with folks on the ground. We also have to be honest that they've got a local law enforcement agencies that are stressed out by what's going on, including the influx of 20,000 migrants. Is it the best interest of Springfield for me to show up with a 40-person strong Secret Service detail right now? Maybe not. So we're going to do what's in the best interest of the citizens of Springfield, but we're going to keep in contact. I mean, every single day we are hearing from multiple people on the ground in Springfield trying to understand what's going on and trying to help where we can, and that's what we're going to keep on doing. And certainly we're going to visit, but we're going to visit in a way that's consistent with the best interest of the residents of the town. Now, let me just remind, just while we're on the topic of Springfield, we have to remember here, Springfield is a microcosm of what Kamala Harris's open border is going to do in every town and every city in this country. Now, the promise is that if we bring in millions and millions of illegal, low-wage migrants, we are going to make America more prosperous. That's what they say. And let me just make one final observation here, which is, look, these are the first public remarks that I have made since my running mate was nearly assassinated for the second time yesterday. And President Trump, I was actually sitting at home in Cincinnati with my 7-year-old, and I get a phone call, and it says Donald J. Trump. So I answer it, and he says, "JD, you're not going to believe this, but they tried to do it again." And I said, no, they didn't. You're joshing me. What's going on here, sir? And he says, no, I was playing golf, and the Secret Service found somebody who was trying to shoot me. And I say, oh, my Lord, sir, I'm so glad you're okay. I mean, are you doing okay? Are you not just physically okay, but everything's fine? He said, yeah, I'm doing fine. And this is just who Donald Trump is. He said, I'm a little mad because I was about to make a birdie putt on the 6th hole, and they wouldn't let me finish. I mean, guys, literally, like, this happened. I mean, he calls me right after. This is 10 minutes after, and he's pissed off that they won't let him finish his birdie putt right after they found a guy with an AK-47. But by the way, that is kind of the guy that you want to be president of the United States, right? Who's fazed by nothing, who's telling jokes afterwards. If you tell the American people that this person is the end of democracy, if you tell the American people that this person needs to be eliminated, most of them, thank God, are going to ignore you, but some crazy person is going to take matters into their own hands and actually listen. But you know the big difference between conservatives and liberals is that no one has tried to kill Kamala Harris in the last couple of months, and 2 people now have tried to kill Donald Trump in the last couple of months. I'd say that's pretty strong evidence that the left needs to tone down the rhetoric and needs to cut this crap out. Somebody's going to get hurt by it, and it's going to destroy this country.
Northern Minnesota